Hello, hello, hello. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Da, da. It's December 22. Right, so 22nd of December. How are we doing, people? Hope you've been making some very nice profits selling all of those Christmas skins. And very, very soon, we're about to hit post-Christmas time. And soon, you'll be able to sell all of your Rust skins at very nice prices. Or at the very least, better prices. So let's just quickly talk about what we're going to be doing for this video. I'm going to show you progress in terms of my sales and my accounts. I'm also going to want to talk about some of the skins that we've been seeing recently, and the ones I've been selling. And I also want to have a nice look at these these reintroduced Christmas items, for example. Like, did we see some strange behaviour? Are they selling nicely? So we're going to talk about that in a bit as well. So, we need to quickly point out what's happening in regards to post-Christmas. So, post-Christmas, what we're seeing right now, with it's December 22nd, so kids are going to stop going to school for about 2 to 3 weeks. People aren't going to be working as much, so loads of people are going to have some extra time available for them. What they're going to do? What are they going to do with all their spare time? They're going to play games. They're going to play Rust. And we're going to see the player count increase, the average player count increase, peak players increase, because there is a pattern we've seen before. You can see it here with December 2021, 125 peak players, but then in January and February, 154,000, 164,000. And the average player amount for January was 90,000, average player amount for February was 86,000. So we saw a very nice increase in player count, and of course, with more people playing, more people wanting to use skins, higher demand for skins, higher skin prices. It's as simple as that. So that's the basic formula. So yeah, all of these skins that we see here on the front page very likely will be bought out. Oh, look, Alien Red's on the front page. I wonder why. I guess people want it. There you go, it's as simple as that, isn't it? So, yeah, this is what we currently have, and I need to now talk about my progress on my accounts. So, here we are. There are my accounts. Ever since we had the Rust rotation for the Christmas week one last week, I've been having a nice boost in sales. There was an increase in demand. So basically, the Christmas update rolled in last week with the Christmas Rust rotation last week, and I saw like a double bump. So there was an increase in demand for Christmas skins at the very beginning of December, but then that slowly kind of went down. So prices slowly went down. But when we saw that Christmas update actually come out, suddenly loads of people wanted Christmas skins again, and suddenly everybody was buying them again, and the prices increased. So that worked out quite nicely. So in regards to that, what I think is some people like to prepare beforehand, but then there's a whole bunch of people that only wanted to buy the Christmas skins when the actual Christmas update came out. So in the future, please consider being prepared for that. If I type in Santa door, I think this is a good one to notice it. So yeah, Santa door, you could probably see that double bump. Yep. Do you see it? So it goes up, and then it tapers off because, everyone who wanted to buy it bought it. And then the update comes out and it bumps up again. It's not a huge bump, but it's still bumped up. It was like a almost 20% increase, and then yeah. So, cool. Right. So, that was that. Now I want to talk about my sales, but first of all, let me just quickly point out, you might notice something. You might notice that some of my accounts haven't really changed that much, and that is correct. So what I've been focusing is to ensure that I had some accounts that actually could still do buy orders. So yeah, got very high buy order limits on 3 of my accounts, but 4 of them here haven't really changed that much. This one did a big purchase, we will talk about in a second. So yeah, I was focusing those 3. And they've been the ones that have been selling all the Christmas skins. And when it's post-Christmas time, I'm going to go absolutely crazy on these 4 other not currently used accounts, and then everything will be up, and I'll be happy, and we can all be happy. And yeah, so just explaining that I was focusing selling my skins on specific accounts so I could do buy orders. So I'm sure that's clear to you. Right, now let's talk about the sales. So let's also just quickly point out that I have only been selling Christmas skins in all of December so far. I've sold Frosty Kilts because of that new DLC that came out with only the tier 3, and people suddenly had an increase in demand for the Frosty Kilt because that's what they've been pairing with, that DLC armor. But what I'm trying to point out here is I haven't really been making as much profit as I have in the previous dates that we've done, and there's two factors to that. Number one, I did do a bit of a big purchase there, didn't I? I did like a £500 purchase, so I'll reveal that at a later time. But what I also need to point out is I am still buying things. I'm not just selling things, I am still buying things. But it's a lot of small purchases and some gold stickers. But yeah, every now and then I'm still buying like Elite Crate face mask, a cheap Dragon Horn Gouge door, a cheap Cybercode AR for like 75 cents there. What else am I buying? More Elite Crate stuff. Now the reason why I've got a very high buy order on the Elite Crate face mask and chest plate is because I really do think we're potentially going to see Elite Crate hoodie pants or tier 2 appearing at some point in the near future, maybe early 2023, hopefully. If you're watching this in the future, just know I am very happy and I've sold these for a lot of money, and I'm probably dancing around and being ecstatic. And if they weren't introduced, I'm very sad and upset and I've lost some money. But you know what? You got to make moves, and yeah, you get your idea. So I'm on a constant flow. I never stop. I'm always buying. I'm always selling. So yeah, what I'm pointing out is with all of these small incremental purchases, it does add up. But I'm not going to write it down in that thing because there's so much to take to write down and whatnot. Yeah, but as you can see, I am still selling. I sold some ice things there, but I am still buying absolutely random things here and there as well. So all these little things do add up, and it does have an impact on the overall. So back to here, yes, I have. It doesn't really look like I've made that much difference compared to December 16th, have I? So I am making all of those little purchases, but then there's the second thing. I don't really have that much Christmas stuff left. I've pretty much sold it all. And if I'm only really selling Christmas stuff and I don't really have that much left, we're not going to see that much increase of profit. We're not going to see that much increase of sales because I'm pretty much done, effectively. But I'm not done. I still have, obviously, quite a bit left to try and sell. I should still be able to sell these during post-Christmas time as well. Prices still will go up for these, and they will still hold up as we enter to around the beginning of January, but then it will start to drop off because it's not Christmas anymore. So yep, I've still got another Santa's door to sell, a batch of these gingerbreads, got a whole bunch of Frosty Kilts still to sell. Sold a lot of these, very happy to sell them for the prices I did, because I bought these for very, very cheap. Yeah. And then Yeti, I've still been successful selling these. What I'm led to believe is a lot of people still confidently think we're probably going to see Yeti Tier 3 being accepted today. And there's no guarantee, but yeah, we might potentially see Yeti Tier 3. It's another core piece to the collection. And then yeah, these two will go up in price by a lot if that does happen. And then I've got my North Rock, which didn't really go up in price that much, but I'm confident will go up in price very comfortably when we hit January time. And then, yeah, I still have a whole bunch of these, but they didn't really go up in price that much. And I was much better selling these, though. So, yeah. So I haven't got that much Christmas stuff left. I'm not making as much sales, but overall, it's been very, very nice. So I'm comfortable, I'm happy, and I'm sure over the past about 4 weeks, you can see that if you do long-term investing with Christmas skins, you buy them super cheap during the year, you sell them all into January time, you're going to make some very, very nice sales. Now, in terms of profit, I don't know, but I can confidently sit here and say it's very nice profit. Like, on average, take for example, if I go over here, I believe I've just recently sold a Snowman Headrock. I've sold it for £1.70. Now, I have a buy order on this account, so Control F, Snowman Headrock. Well, okay, I've got two there, but if I go down a little bit more, Snowman Headrock, I bought that for 73 pennies, you know? I bought that for 73 pennies, and then I sold it for £1.70 after tax, so I've made like a $1.20 profit there. It's all these little things that add up, and I'm pretty sure you can tell that I've made double my money back, and a bit more. And I was selling my Snowman Headrocks for even more money. So, yeah, Long-term investing with Christmas stuff, if you've got the money, it's a very easy money maker. You just have to put the effort in to sell everything afterwards. So yeah, I'm going to go through the whole routine again throughout the next year, and I'll be selling a whole batch more skins in December 2023 time. All good? Alright, now let's move on to the next thing I want to talk about. The next thing I want to talk about is, you might notice some of the skins might look like they've gone down in price, or the demand hasn't decreased. What's the reason for that? Well, what's about to happen today? When is next Steam sale? The next Steam sale is in just over an hour's time. The Steam Christmas or Winter sale. Yes, if we go to the front page, it's still not there, but it's going to be here soon. A lot of people have sold their skins so they can get some Steam Wallet, so they can have some Steam Wallet prepared to buy some cheap games, which will be here in just a bit. So yeah, this is something that we do see quite a lot. We did see it earlier this year for the summer sale. A lot of people decided to sell their skins to get some wallets so they could have some money available to get some cheap games. So at least you're aware of that now, I'm sure. So if you've noticed a bit of a slump in terms of demand, don't worry. It's most likely going to end after today, and yeah, you get the idea. So after that, there will be an increase in demand for all the skins. All the skins should be going up in price. Comics AK4, oh my, that's selling for a very nice price there. That's selling for like $6. If I just bring this over to my left, and if I turn on this, then we should get a good look and see that's now selling for $6. Yeah, that's only been going up and up and up ever since the end of October. Yep, right there. End of October, lowest price, selling for around $3. Right now, selling for $6. Sorry, $6. Brain don't work properly. So yeah, that's very, very cool. So that's a nice thing to keep an eye on. Now, what I should also point out is the Festive Garlands. So we had a whole bunch of items reintroduced last week for the first week of Christmas 2022. And yep, everything got brought back except the giant candy decor and, of course, the Christmas lights. I don't think these are ever going to be reintroduced. So, yeah. Now, there is something I should also point out of this as well. So I do want to bring this up, but we'll focus the Garlands right now because there's a specific reason I want to talk about this. This is right now on the Rust store selling for $3.49. Do you notice something? Yeah, there's a buy order right here for $4.97. What? So next year, I'm probably going to go ahead and buy out a whole bunch of Festive Garlands if I do see this whole thing again. So if you recall, Festive Garlands were a very, very high price just before the Rust Store rotation and then the reintroduction for the Christmas items. This was selling for around $20. Like, let's just go take a look. You can see the drop. So yeah, it was selling for around $20 and then it gets reintroduced at a much cheaper price of $3.49. But as you can see here, there have been 106 sales, and yes, some people have been selling to this guy. Last night there was about 66 quantity at this price. Now there's only 16, so there's purchases have been made. But yeah, if I had bought out a whole bunch of Festive Garlands from the Rust store last week, I could have just sold to this guy and made a very, very easy profit. For me, I could have made maybe like, let's see, you got to consider this after tax. I think I probably would have made about a comfy amount of money. Let's just say that. But yeah, profit is profit, and I'm sure a lot of people would have liked that. But we didn't want to buy into it because we assumed a whole bunch of people were going to buy these with the pure intent to sell them to the highest buy order. Some people did, but it looks like not enough people did it because we still have a whole bunch of buy orders there. So this is weird. Will it, because this is going to remain for another week in the Rust store, will a whole bunch more people buy some Festive Garlands now, seeing that this is still here? Oh look, free just sold right here, right now. Well, good job there, Astronaut and Owlowith. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? So yeah, Festive Garlands, very weirdly still above its Rust store price. Now, where is that Christmas lights? I literally just had Christmas lights and I seem to have lost it. I think I've misplaced it. No worries, I'll just type Christmas lights. So, I want to show you something. Someone brought this up and I noticed it for myself. So here we go. Christmas lights are now selling for around $140. Right. How cheap were they at the end of October, literally a month and a half ago? Literally a month and a half ago, they were selling for so this is October, they were selling for around $90 to $95. And now they're selling for $140. Yeah. So that perfectly shows to you the increase in price for Christmas stuff as we get closer to December time. And in the future, maybe you'd want to consider doing something like that. However, that's a $100 purchase, isn't it? Could you, with $100, buy a whole bunch of smaller, cheaper things with the hope that those would go up in price? It would probably be a whole lot more easier just to buy the Christmas lights, but you would definitely make more profits if with that $100 you put it towards a whole bunch of smaller scale, cheaper things. With that snowman head rock, for example, I sold that for double the price. With this, it only went up by about 50%, I guess you could say. Yeah, 50%. So, yeah, just something to show you a nice thing there. Right, so let's go over to here. And now I want to talk to you about something I've noticed. Not that alien red right there. How many have sold? I'm just curious. This wasn't something I wanted to talk about, but has someone just bought out a bunch of these? 10 of them have been sold, but at a cheaper price. Is that someone dumping to the highest buy order? Probably. That might be someone who wanted some money. But why would you sell them now? That's the silly thing. You shouldn't sell now. Hold on to them and sell them just after Christmas. Those alien reds, in fact, that would be a nice sensor scale. The alien red right now is selling for $111. I wouldn't be surprised if it bumps up and sells for a much higher price in a week or so. And you could probably see that from last year. Yep, so look at that. Look at that. Beginning of November, selling for around $130. At the beginning of January time, it's selling for around $190. So, yeah. Nice comfy rise in price. So, this is what I wanted to talk about. What we have seen recently is a lot of items have randomly got all of these really big bulk buy orders. Do you see the mummy wraps here? It's comfortably selling for around $5.35. But you look over to the right here. Do you see like this 200, 620, 400 big fat stack of quantity buy orders right here? Now, there's a lot of in-demand items and skins that have these buy orders. And I've got all of my examples nice and ready. So now let's go take a look at the Skull Rock. And do you see it there to the right? 200, 700 quantity, almost 300 quantity, and 168. Very, very random. But the thing is, though, I have been looking at the Skull Rock for a long time recently. These have only recently just popped up. And I'm led to believe that it's the same thing for a lot of things. So like 207, 189, 121, these have very randomly appeared. And what I'm led to believe is it's third-party sites or market bots. They anticipate or know that these skins are very likely going to be selling for a much higher price soon, in about a week's time, post-Christmas time. And they want to put in those like lowest possible point like buy orders in place, so if some of them do sell during the best times to sell the skins when they're at the highest prices, they're going to pick them up and they're going to be able to quickly flip them. I don't know if that's the answer, but that's just a hypothesis. So then we'll look at the whiteout face mask, for example. Usually always on the front page. Whiteout is usually always on the front page. So there's always usually at least one piece of whiteout on the front page, or at the very least on the first 3 pages. And as you can see, yeah, we did see some of that. It's either whiteout or blackout. They are a mainstay. And yeah, 168 quantity, 532 quantity, and then a little bit here and there. But yeah, it's always at a higher price, but not exactly close to the highest buy order price. So yeah, it's something going on there, isn't there? Now, Black Gold AK, this didn't have that much demand before. Suddenly, there's 240, 445, 472, 180. Where'd that come from? And then there's the other thing. Why would you request 445 buy orders at $2.59? Do you get what I mean? It's like an unnatural number. It's weird to me. Like, if you did 100, Okay, you know, that's a high amount. I wouldn't personally do it, but okay, that's fine. But why 445? It's weird. But one thing I think it is they're trying to make it seem more in demand than what it actually is. So this now has 4,728 buy order requests. Before, I think it barely had over 1,000. But yeah, this wave of sudden huge increase of wait, actually, have they gone down below as well? I think we've not 1,000 requests at 78 cents. I'm not sure if that was always there. But yeah, do you get what I mean? This is strange. Tempered Thompson, fairly well liked. It's this is one of the most bought ever skins, but even then it still sells for $4. But yeah, I did notice 1,000 requests to buy, 243, 378, 122, 162. Yeah. So what I'm led to believe is see that buy order right there, $3 right now, selling for $4. They want to be the person that picks them up for $3, and they could make that quick flip sale, couldn't they? But is that the answer? I just don't know. And last, we have the forest camouflage net, and I don't think this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is the same thing, but 186 and 107 at around $7.50. When what prices were they selling just before? Like only recently we were kind of seeing the prices sell October time. Yeah, we were seeing this skin sell at that price just literally a month and a half ago. So yeah, it's odd, but at least I've kept track of it and at least I've recorded it. So yeah, that is the current state of a lot of skins at the moment, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there probably have noticed that as well. Why am I stuck on this? What's going on? Oh, there we go. So yeah, that is the Rust store. Bit all over the place, aren't we? But yeah, that is that. So now I need to talk to you in regards to actual post-Christmas time. You probably don't want to sell your skins the literal date of December 26th. You might want to wait at least a couple days, maybe around New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. But if you wait a little bit and then start selling, yeah. Remember, always keep track of the weapon barrel. The weapon barrel usually gives us a good indication if prices are up, and at the moment it definitely looks like that is the case. If we look from ever since, let's say October, well, you can see that right there. The end of October, it was here, selling for around not even $10. Now, selling for around $13. So yeah, very, very nice. And it will go higher. I expect it to reach above $15, and then the expected idea is I am assuming prices will start to slow down and slowly creep down around the middle of January, and by the time we hit February they are all back down again. So we're going to see a huge increase in prices. I reckon the best time to sell is New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. That's usually around the best time. So it depends on how many skins you have. If you have tons like me, I'm going to just start selling around December 26th, 27th, and yeah. So yeah, profit is profit to me. I'm constantly moving, constantly making profits and moving on to the next thing. So I'm fine with that. And I know, ride the wave. Don't cause huge resistance. Do not put huge amounts of quantities on the Steam market. Sell them in small batches of 3 or 4 or 5. I mean, you could see me doing that right now. Still I'm doing that. Still selling these in small batches. Two. Yeah. And then you can see over here, I was listing them last night. I've sold all of these. Sold all of these for a very nice profit. But what was I listing them at? Stack of 5, stack of 4, stack of 2, stack of 3, stack of 3, stack of 3, stack of 2. There you go. I rode the momentum. I didn't cause huge resistance. And that's how you succeed. That's how you make much better profits. And that's how you're going to make the best profits out of all of this. So best of luck to all of you. I believe I've said everything. I hope you have a lovely Christmas. Have a lovely New Year. And hopefully I will still be making videos when I'm away for Christmas. So now I can just relax and breathe and chill out.